Yeah, I mean, the Sanders piece is offensive from start to finish. First of all, let's look at his title. It's How to Fight Anti-Semitism. And if you go through the article, it turns out that his two ideas to fight anti-Semitism are give the PLO a state and give more power to the UN bureaucrats who do nothing but condemn Israel. It is absolutely bizarre. What he's done is he's taken the old progressive trick. He's just redefined words. He's redefined anti-Semitism to mean anti-progressivism, and then he picks a fight with everybody who doesn't like progressivism. Donald Trump has been the best friend the Jews have ever had in the White House. On the issues that are critical to Jewish survival in this country, support for Israel's secure Jewish state, fighting anti-Semitism, preserving the freedom of religion, Donald Trump has been stellar. He's been a superstar. And the idea that he is somehow responsible for white supremacism in this country is absolutely offensive. It's got no factual basis, and it misses the big picture about the rise of progressive anti-Semitism.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. It's not factual to blame Trump, President Trump, or Republicans for any type of rise of white supremacy. President Trump himself has condemned white supremacists and white nationalists by name. There are essentially anti-Semitism. Let me back up. Anti-Semitism essentially comes from three places. Anti-Semitism comes from white supremacists, anti-Semitism comes from radical leftists, and anti-Semitism comes from radical Islamists. President Trump has done his best to defeat all three, either by condemning white supremacy, either by fighting against radical leftism or by destroying ISIS and the ideology of radical Islam. I mean, it's ridiculous to insinuate or to directly accuse President Trump of being a white supremacist. At the same time, in this article, and I want to show this on the screen, Bernie Sanders says, "I will always call out anti-Semitism when I see this." This is so wild to me, because this man has embraced Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Linda Sarsour as part of his campaign. These women are openly anti-Semitic.
Yeah, and this is the key. I mean, one of the things to look at anytime you look at a progressive diatribe like this is you have to ask yourself, or you have to ask them, how do you define your words? Now, at one point, Sanders actually says, criticism of Israel becomes anti-Semitic when it denies the Jewish right to self-determination. Okay, that's what Sanders says. That is exactly what anti-Zionism is. That is exactly what Linda Sarsour did when she wrote her article saying that Zionism is incompatible with feminism.
It's also
so
the
for
BDS
Sanders
movement.
to say, yeah, I mean, it is absolutely, I mean, it is gibberish. But I do want to get back to the point about white supremacism. White supremacists are one of the few groups that everybody hates in this country. They have no broad support. The difference is that those of us on the right dislike them because they are supremacist. The folks on the left dislike them because they're white. Progressives have no problem with supremacists of any other stripe as long as they're not white supremacists.